Good morning, everyone. Sunday morning. For me, it's morning. For you, it might be something else. Afternoon, evening, maybe. Middle of the night. But for me, it is 7:40 in the morning. Sunday morning. So, this is day 12. Like I said, do 365 days. That'll number, and then after that, I'll continue making videos. I just want to number each day. 1 through 365. One whole year. But today's going to be a little rant. Not so much about addiction, but like I said, some days it'll just be, me just talking about everyday life. What's going on in my life and what I'm up to, and, just some days just won't be about addiction. Most days it will. But anyway, my rant. So, finished volume 2 of Stranger Things last night. Very disappointed. They ruined this show. Everything feels rushed. They focus more on a new main character, that Holly. I apologize if you're not a Stranger Things fan and you have no idea what I'm talking about. But me and my kids were just disappointed. Just feels rushed. The writing sucks. These new characters suck. I mean, the final season of an awesome show should be epic. It should be action. It should be death. It should be just. They were going too in detail about stuff, and that could have been shortened, and just there was not much action. The whole, Will coming out scene, that was ridiculous. Just like I said, they focus more on the new characters than they do on the main characters. They turn the bad guy into some silly Mr. What's-It. Ruined him. And there's only like one episode left. Right now, it's sitting at a 58% popcorn meter on Rotten Tomatoes. That's pretty bad. For an epic show, that was good, and they just ruined it. There's only one episode left. It's ruined. I apologize for my rant this morning. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Like I said, this is why I watch old movies, reruns, 80s movies. There was never a political agenda in the older movies. It was just good storytelling, less CGI, great action. Characters were flawless. That's why a lot of the movies I watch are like just cult classics. They don't make them like they used to. I don't even really watch TV shows that much because they'll kill off a main character, or they'll switch the whole story, which this they did. It's like they totally switched this whole season. The way that season 4 ended, season 5 starts, and it's totally different. It should have went right into that. These are just my opinions on the show. I'm sure some of you probably liked it. Excuse me. But I don't watch shows that much anymore because they just ruin shows or they cancel them. There was a couple shows I started watching that they canceled. Outer Range with Josh Brolin, that was great. They canceled that. 1899, they canceled that. The creators of Dark. Have you ever seen Dark on Netflix? Killer show. Got a little confusing towards the end, but that show was great. Ended in 3 seasons. Right now we're watching From, the show From. It's pretty good. The creators of Lost. Uh, season 4 is coming out here early 2026, I believe. That show's pretty good. So far, so good. Some of my favorite shows. I love Vikings. Vikings was very good. Loved Vikings. Sons of Anarchy. Love Sons of Anarchy. Uh, Dark. Man, but Stranger Things, that was up there. That was up there, possibly being one of the best shows ever, and then they just took a crap on it. Hollywood is just, I don't know. Like I said, I like the old stuff. I like the old 80s movies. The old Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Total Recall, Old Predator, Commando, Terminators, the old ones. Old Van Damme movies. Yeah, I like a lot of the old classics. Big Trouble in Little China, The Burbs. Yeah, old horror flicks, Halloweens, and I like The Thing. I like a lot of John Carpenter movies. His old stuff, you can't go wrong with that. Yeah, they don't make movies like they used to. Anyway, yeah, so Netflix, Stranger Things, season 5, sitting at 58%. That tanked. Worst season yet. Worst season yet. So I read a quote. It's a picture. You guys probably seen it. It's this guy, and he's holding a sign, and it says, "When I drink a little, I turn into a different person. And that person drinks a lot. So I gave up drinking." That's how I was. So when I drank, I said before, I couldn't drink just one. I couldn't just have like a beer with a meal or something. No. When I drank, it was to get drunk. And I drank really fast, and that caused me to black out. I drank so fast, I would get the buzz real quick, then I get drunk, then I black out, and then So, I've said before, drinking, it's like possession. It's like you're possessed. You get drunk, you become someone else. It's like you let something else enter your body. I mean, they do call it spirits. It's kind of weird they call it spirits. So you put the poison into your body, then you change, then you act things out that you wouldn't normally do sober. You're a different person. You say things and do things that your normal self would never in a million years do. So I say it's like a possession. It's like you're possessed and you just let the spirits take over your body. It's so weird. I mean, think of ghosts. They call alcohol booze. It's kind of strange in itself also. I mean, I don't know if you know, but I think it's the Greek word for like pharmacy, pharmakia, which means witchcraft. It's where they got pharmacy from. Witchcraft, sorcery. And I think it's, you know what? Let's look up sorcery in the Bible. So witchcraft, sorcery, pharmakia, drugs, all form of witchcraft, possession. Like I said, you do things you don't normally do while drinking and on drugs. You're not your normal self. It's like something takes over your body. Sorcery in the Bible, Acts 8:11. And to him that they had regard, because that of long time he had bewitched them with sorceries. That's not the one I'm looking for. Oh, here we go. Revelation 18:23. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. By thy sorceries all nations were deceived in Revelation. What sorceries are they talking about? I can name a thing that happened a couple years ago that all nations were deceived by. Sorceries, drugs, pharmacy. Put two and two together. which I never took myself. I didn't partake in that. Uh, I don't, like I said, I homeschool my kids. I don't give them the big V. Don't do that. We're never sick. I haven't been sick in years. My kids never get sick. So, a lot of crazy things in the world that people are blind to. And it really takes discernment to see what's going on and uh, have an awakening. Uh, yeah, so when I drank a lot, and I turned into a different person. And I didn't like that person. So I don't drink anymore. This February will be 9 years. 9 years sober. And I don't miss it. That desire is gone. I feel so much better with who I am now. I'll read another quote and then I'll close for the day. It is cold and raining out today, and I'm staying inside. I'm off work. I ain't going nowhere. Yeah. Cold, ugly out, raining. I don't mind the rain in the summer, but when it's freezing and raining, that's just the worst combination. So I'll leave you with this quote. I'll probably make another video later. It's early. The best part wasn't when I put the drugs and alcohol down. The best part was when I realized how powerful I was without them. Like I said, I used to think I couldn't do things and partake in things without being under the influence. I didn't think it would be any fun, and I didn't think my life would be enjoyable. I didn't think I could handle the day-to-day stress without a drink or a drug. Boy, was I wrong. Now that I'm sober, I love being in control. I love being in control because, like I said, when I drank, I was out of control. I didn't have control of my life. I made bad decisions. I just couldn't. My mind was not clear. So I love being in control now. I make the right decisions. I think before I act. You don't realize how powerful you are without the drugs. What you can accomplish without the drink. The ambition. It's like there's a light inside of you, and when you're on the drugs and alcohol, it's dim, and it's on low battery. Once you get the stuff out of your system, the light lights back up inside you. The motivation comes back. Your spirit's, reactivated. And you become more powerful than you were before. At least in my case. I feel stronger now that I'm sober. And like I said before, for the addict, we're strong. To put ourselves through that day in and day out. Now imagine what you can put yourself, what you can accomplish day in and day out without it. If you can get up every morning and, find ways to get that drug and do that drug and make that money to get that drug and, pay for that habit. Imagine what you can do without it. Imagine what you can accomplish. Change your mindset. Change your goals. Relight that flame inside you. And, like I said, get your fire back. Reactivate your spirit. Grab control. Get back control of yourself. Make life good again. So I'm going to leave you with that. I hope everyone has a great Sunday. Like I said, I'm going to chill today. I usually work out on Sundays. Sundays are like my chest day. chest and triceps, but I've taken this whole week off. I just want to, let my body recover and hit it hard here at the new year. Because fitness is important. It's like a therapy in itself. I advise anyone to, replace the bad addiction with a better addiction. Exercise. Man, it does wonders. For me, anyway. I guarantee it'll do wonders for you too. So I'm going to leave you with that. Happy Sunday, everyone. Hope you have a blessed day. And maybe I'll see you later. God bless.